how did this beverage empire start? Statistics show that just 1.9 billion servings of Coca-Cola enjoyed worldwide every day.
Do you know who created Coca-Cola by chance?
Nope.
All right, thank you.
You see, most people are unaware of. Coca-Cola was originally created in 1886 by a Civil War veteran named Dr. John S. Pemberton as a tonic for common ailments. He sold many shares prior to his death in 1888. It was sold in 1919 to a group of investors who made it into what it is today. Its original recipe was changed when the prohibition to remove certain ingredients.
In the 1920s, Coca-Cola began the Christmas campaign, which led to Santa Claus's colors changing from green to red. At the time, Coca-Cola was one of the most popular drinks in America. Around the same time, they also introduced a six-pack of Coke for home use. In the 30s, Coca-Cola started the 3-decade-long Santa Claus marketing campaign that led to the birth of oh my God!
Do you know any more history?
I do. Something about Diet Coke was brought out in the 80s and it took over the beverage tab. So it used to be Tab, then it's Diet Coke.
Ooh, that's interesting. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
The U.S. trade embargo of Germany due to them starting the Second World War caused a catastrophic in the fatherland. They couldn't produce any more Coke. As a result of their lack of Coke and a new soda was created, Fanta. Fanta's production ceased in 1949, but a mere 6 years later, it reemerged. Fanta's production ceased in 1949, but a mere 6 years later, it reemerged with the modern formula. Coca-Cola then bought the company in 1960 and distributed it worldwide. What's your favorite flavor of Coca-Cola?
Coke Zero.
During this time, Coca-Cola was busying themselves with an extensive marketing campaign, as well as continuing their presence worldwide. They also acquired Minute Maid.
In the 70s, Coca-Cola introduced their first sports drink, Olympic. The company also produced one of their most successful ads, Buy the World a Coke, as well as securing a sponsorship with FIFA. Coca-Cola introduced High C, Mr. Pibb, Mellow Yellow, and in Japan they introduced Georgia Coffee, another one of their successful 70s television advertisement was Mean Joe Green. In 1979, Coca-Cola began the worldwide Special Olympics sponsorship. In 1982, Coca-Cola announced the release of their first Coca-Cola extension, Diet Coke. They later tried to remake Coke. This infamous drink was dubbed New Coke, which was a massive failure unless you see in the conspiracy's theorist's view. 2 years later, Coca-Cola made history by using the first soft drink consumed in space. Do you like Coca-Cola?
Yes.
What's your favorite flavor?
Cherry.
Do you know any history on Coca-Cola?
No.
Why, thank you.
Bye.
In the 1990s, Coca-Cola acquired Barq's Root Beer, Inca Cola, and Schweppes. The 90s also saw both of the famous Coca-Cola polar bear in the commercial Northern Lights. This decade also saw Coca-Cola announcing their 100-year partnership with the NBA.
The 21st century led to the introduction of Simply Orange, the acquisition of Odwalla, the creation of Coke Zero, and many new Coke flavors. These new flavors include Cherry Coke, Vanilla Coke, Cherry Vanilla Coke, which is a hybrid of two flavors, Caffeine-Free Coke, Coke Lime, Coke Vanilla, and many more, including the more recent special edition Cokes.
We have a wild fact in his natural habitat. Here we have him. He is in his natural habitat with this crazy form. Look at that. No resource.
Straight gay and bisexual.
Bro, you just messed it up. Now
They created and what the?
here we have a wild nerd. He is giggling. He sees us. Oh no.
You see, most people are unaware of the history of Coca-Cola and probably couldn't care less. But as you're watching this, it's my group's job to inform you of the history of the world's largest non-alcoholic beverage empire. Coca-Cola was originally created in 1886 by a Civil War veteran named Dr. John S. Pemberton as a tonic for common ailments. He sold many shares prior to his death in 1888. It was sold in 1919 to a group of investors who made it into what it is today. Its original recipe was changed in prohibition to remove certain ingredients.